to hear some things, Lord, that they may not expect today. But Lord, we ask you to give them ears to hear and tender hearts to receive. And Lord, that when they finish this broadcast, they will make a decision to say, yes, Lord. Father, thank you for Jesus' blood. And that he said, yes, Lord, to you when he finished his work at Calvary. That gives us the grace to live out our own lives on this earth. Be honored and glorified, Father. And we will give you all the glory for the show today. In Jesus' name, amen.
It's time.
It's time.
And now, it's time for Herman and Sharron.
Hi, everybody.
I love you. We had a quack quack. That was my camera guy.
Because we got
Rich Nation.
a little rubber ducky here with little baby ducks.
I know it. Yeah, look at this. Now, we're not putting these up for sale, but this is unique because the lady that we have on today and her husband is with her, and he can vouch for this. She is so unbelievably creative.
I know.
And this is just part of her creation.
She'll tell you about it.
But
when we
Linda
get to meet her.
Opsel took one of these. Actually, she took mine and gave it to her granddaughter in the hospital with open heart surgery.
That's right.
And she was just enthralled
It
by
helped
this.
her
I
a
mean,
great deal.
yeah, and you said she decorated it too.
Yeah.
And then Barbara, our guest today, heard that I had given mine away, and so she gave me another one.
Isn't that nice? She's
This
a very
is
nice
my
person.
personal ducky.
Well, we have Barbara Hoff with us, and we also have her husband, Gene, joined her today.
I know it.
Barbara is founder and president of YesLordWorld.com
She is unique.
and the Red Shoes World Ministry. She was a former columnist for 2 national magazines for 8 years. She's written over 19,000 poems in the past 8 years and several books.
This is her
This
latest.
is one of them. Yes.
Great stories in this
Yes,
book.
Lord.
You will want your own personal copy
I know.
when we show the website on
Hello.
the screen.
Hello, good to see you again. What a blessing.
How are
Yes,
you?
good to
We
see
stand
you
for
again,
you. You don't
Barbara.
have to stand for us. Hey, Dave, can you get a shot of his shirt right above his pocket? There it is. And it says, let me see. There it is, right there.
Yes, Lord. Isn't that neat?
And then he's got all the colors that you've come up with for,
That book. Remember
Yeah.
those books we
It's
used
like
to
the
have?
wordless book.
just like your necklace.
Like my necklace.
Yeah.
Yep. Gold. The gold is for Streets of Gold.
Okay.
We all want to go there one day.
And the blue
The blue is for sin in our lives, darkness.
and white.
White is for cleansing, cleansed by the blood.
Oh, yeah.
And once you say yes, Lord, you start to grow in Him. So why not say yes, Lord, today?
Wow.
And start right now growing in the Lord. Would you like to say yes, Lord?
Yes, Lord. And that's her necklace, too. You designed that,
Yes,
too,
Lord,
didn't you?
yes. I did.
I
So
remember,
my
I
family
remember the
did.
little song that used to go with that book.
Yes,
Yes,
Lord,
Lord,
yes,
yes,
Lord.
yes.
I dance with Jesus to that every morning.
Now, you...
Well, okay.
She calls herself in the book an ordinary woman. Trust me, she ain't ordinary. I mean, you can open the door to witness to people with the most amazing ways that it just. I mean, reading this book, you got to get your copy and just find out how she opens the door, because it really
Very
does
interesting.
inspire me
Yeah.
to say, you know what, like I just sat down next to you and I go, wow. Anybody ever tell you you're good looking?
That's how you would answer. You started, huh?
Yeah, would that be okay?
Yeah.
And tell me about what you do.
Okay. Is that what she does?
So you're not going along with my conversation. She's not buying my conversation at all. But I mean, you actually, you just start up a conversation.
Well, I had a wonderful experience this morning.
This is recent.
This morning, on the way.
That's pretty recent.
I always say, Lord, first be cleansed, like you'll read in my book. Tell God you're available. If you tell him you're available, he's not going to say, I'm not using you today. And then ask him to send someone to you. And when he sends them, he's already prepared their hearts. And then ask him to tell you what to say. This way, it's all about him and not about you. So today we're at the rest stop, and Jean had gone into the men's room first, and I was there, and this young man got out of a car, a van, worker, and I said, oh, it's a beautiful day out today. He said, yeah. He said, it's a lot cooler. He said, it was really hot the last few days. And I said, yeah, I live in Naples, and it was really hot down there. I said, isn't God good? He said, oh, yeah, he sure is good. And he said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to do a taping for the Herman and Sharron show. Oh, tell me about it.
Wow.
So pretty soon he said, you know, my boss just went into the men's room. He's been trying to get me to go back to church for a long time. This is a divine appointment. So he and I talked for a bit. And he said, when's the show on? And he asked all these questions. Then I said, oh, tell me when you invited Jesus into your life. He said, oh, my grandmother led me to the Lord one morning, a long time ago. But I haven't been in church. I said, well, this is the time. And he said, my boss has been bugging me. So I said, I'm going to give you one of my books. He said, would you really? I said, yeah, I'll sign it. So I got the book, and we prayed. And he went back to the truck. And I was heading to the ladies' room, and I could see the boss in the driver's seat looking at the book. He said, this is a really great book. I said, would you like to have one? He said, yeah. And the guy next to him said, yeah, I have one too. So I went back to the car, van, and got 2 books out, and these guys came right over. And so he said, this is a divine appointment. I've been trying to get him to go back to church.
Wow.
This is God. So we talked for a bit, and I said, and tell me when you invited Jesus into your life, and they both could. They were so excited about this book, and the man says, you know, I have a son that doesn't really want to go to church right now. I said, well, I've substitute taught for 39 years. You read this book, and you're going to see stories in here that might change him. And it's a great plan that you could even teach in your church for evangelism. Oh, thank you so much. And we prayed and hugged, and then they left. So it was a God thing.
You just have those all the time. I mean, the book is replete with stories.
And the best place is the hot tub where I live, because you don't know whether people are rich or poor or young.
You like hot tubs?
Well, yeah, because
they make me sick.
Well, if you have an opportunity, and God says, Herman, you're going to lead somebody to the Lord.
In the hot tub?
You're not going to say,
that's not
they
likely.
make me sick, Lord.
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
You're not going to say it.
So anyway, I mean, that's what happens. You start talking, and then they'll say, oh, tell me about it. And then, before you know it, they pray. Mm-hmm. Because that's God.
And every day you ask him for that divine appointment.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you 2 really great stories. One day, I had a group of teenagers from a church in Fort Myers, and I was asked to take them to Fort Myers Beach to teach them how to use this cast method. You know, cast your nets and catch men for me. C is cleansing. A, tell God you're available. S, ask him to send someone. T, ask him to tell you what to say, which is in the last part of the book with a 40-day devotional. You can do this yourself. It's so easy. A 4-year-old could do it. And I said, okay, Lord, while I'm taking these kids to the beach, they want to see how I use the cast method. So I said, please send someone so this will happen. So we're walking down the boardwalk, and the kids are kind of to the pier, and they're kind of behind me, and listening, like they don't know me, but listening. And at the very end of the pier are these 4 teenagers sitting with on the top of the bench facing me. And I thought, oh, I know what I'm to do. So I went down, and they were going to fly out the next day. Who knows if the airplane might crash? Mm-hmm. So they all prayed with me to accept the Lord.
Goodness. So they didn't get smart with you, or?
Oh, no. I don't have that with kids usually. I've subbed many years, and God prepares their hearts, not me. Mm-hmm. You know, so he's got it all worked out. I just show up. And so the kids said, Pastor Son, how did you do that? I said, well, I'll show you. So we go up the pier. Now we're at